Good morning. This is Sunrise with Dr. Surajit Khanna, a news bite for ages 10 to 25, brought to you by Khanna for Youth. That's KHANNA for youth.com. A good morning message, a short snippet of the news just for today's youth. It's just for you. And we are on the air every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a little bit after 9 o'clock. You can join us on Facebook.com, Khanna FOR Youth. Khanna for Youth, no more number 4, Khanna for Youth. That's Facebook.com/Khanna for Youth. You can also view our past Sunrise videos at sunriseupdate.com. Dr. Surajit Khanna is an attorney, a child safety advocate, and a servant of the underserved. He's the champion of a nonprofit organization, Voice of the Kids. He also launched his post-incarceration Juvenile Justice Reformation Act initiative, called in short, his Returning Youth Initiative. Dr. Khanna saw that the Reformation Act did not adequately care for ex-offenders once released, decided he would address this with his Returning Youth Initiative, where he is returning underserved, post-incarcerated young adults back to a productive life by providing housing, training, along with the required medical and psychological assistance needed to secure a job, to build a career, and greatly improve their lives. We're going to be in all 3,142 counties in the country. It's very exciting. Please visit us at returningyouth.com. Good morning, Dr. Khanna.
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, the young adults, those who are listening to this. Sunrise or will be listening to this. Today is Wednesday. As always, Gary says, we are here to you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The whole purpose of this Sunrise is for giving a little bit of news bite to all the young adults about what's going on in the history, what happened in the history, and what's going on in the country today. Unfortunately, we are focusing more on the history of this date. So today, in this date, actually it was yesterday, but since yesterday we did not have a sunrise, so we thought of covering it today. And most of you definitely know our civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So today or yesterday was his wife birthday, Coretta Scott King. She was or she is still an activist, civil rights leader, and she was an advocate for African American equality. She was the leader for the civil rights movement in the 60s, along with her husband, Martin Luther King Jr. So let's not forget and honor her today, because she did bring the African American equality for the woman, especially, and that's why it is significant for us to recognize that. So please do go and research more what she did, what she did not. And she's basically from Georgia. She is in Georgia, and it is very nice to know that. And also today, Mr. Samuel L. Gravely, he was the first black admiral in the U.S. Navy. That was a big achievement during that day in 1962, when somebody from the African American community, became the admiral. That's a big achievement. Well, last not by the list, also today is the day the first commercial flight across Pacific operated by the famous airlines at the time called Pan Am in 1937. It was, we all see how the flight looks in the screen. It is there. That used to be the first commercial flight. Today's commercial flight and those days commercial flights look very different. And Gary, I don't know whether you ever flown in a commercial flight like that or not.
I don't think so.
But I remember flying in Pan Am. It was a very famous flight at the time, before any other commercial flight started. And Gary, you want to highlight a little bit about? I know you have one more topic called YWCA. Something happened with that on in 1967 on this day.
Yes, well, it's the first president of the YWCA was announced back then, and there's her picture of her name, and she was the first one ever to be uh, president of the YWCA in 1967. Okay, Mrs. Robert Claytor. So she became the very first African American leader of the YWCA. So that was back then. That's exciting. Wanted to make sure we talked about that. And we have something interesting today, a funny day. Are we ready to talk about that, Dr. Khanna?
Oh yes, because I think every young adult should know what day is today, so that they also can follow that. Because today is the day when you are going to announce what is that national day today.
Today, National Day is National Superhero Day.
Uh,
Isn't that great? We are all superheroes. Be a superhero. That's
that's
right.
the picture I like. Wow, look at that.
Yes, we all should be superheroes in our own way. We're all superheroes, and we celebrate today by recognizing our strengths and what we're good at, and feeling good about what we're good at. So we're all good at different things. We're all superheroes in different ways. So I think that's important to recognize that. I just want to add one interesting thing about Mrs. King. She was more involved in the movement than her husband when they first married. She was more active in the African American movement to have for equality, and she actually moved her husband forward to do that. And I think that's excellent because she was definitely she definitely was an activist. So I just wanted to say that. So
No, thank
Dr.
you very
Khanna,
much. Thank you very much. That's, because this fits completely with Martin Luther King's profile today as National Hero Day. He was the hero of the civil rights, and
yes,
he's the one, so that perfectly fits his profile and his wife's profile and every young adults, okay, especially those who are listening and will be listening. Please make sure that you do feel that you are a superhero, because like Gary said, everybody has their strength, and bring that strength up and be the superhero, because nobody should be considering that, oh, I'm not a superhero. Everybody can become a superhero because they are. So thank you very much, Gary, for bringing this wonderful sunrise in the morning, and I look forward to next sunrise.
we will see you on Friday at a little bit after 9 o'clock for another sunrise. And don't forget, Friday at 3 p.m. New York time, we have our radio show that goes out to 30 million homes. Please join us on facebook.com/Khanna FOR Youth, Khanna for Youth. Thank you
And
very
also
much.
tomorrow, Gary, I want to advertise that tomorrow at 12:30 Mountain Standard Time, which is 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are going to have our first outside of the tri-state in Hamilton, Montana, the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Safe Haven office of the Dr. Khanna's Returning Youth Initiative. So, I would like, will Gary is going to try to have a Zoom live stream. So people please join, view that. So we have that at 12:30 Mountain Standard Time, and also 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. Two events on the same day in Hamilton, Montana. So if you can, please join Facebook.com or YouTube, and get the information live. So thank you very much again, Gary.
Yes, Bitterview Valley ribbon cutting at 12:30, which is 2:30 New York time, and then a banquet. What are you having to eat? It looks interesting. At 7:30 New York time. So we will see you then live on Facebook.com, Khanna for Youth. Facebook.com, Khanna for Youth. Well, Dr. Khanna, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for having me on. And we've got a lot going on. It's kind of mind-boggling when you think we're going to be in 3,142 counties. Have a lot of success. I think you're out there today. You're out in Montana. Enjoy yourself, and God bless you.
Thank you.